Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Thelma's Creations and More, where today I will be sharing with you the fourth video in my fall tag flip series on where I'm showing you how I go about doing a tag flip. In this case, the theme of fall from beginning all the way to the end. I hope that you have enjoyed the series so far. The first video was on how to gather your supplies, where I let you know to go through your stash and just gather anything fall colored that you had. The second video was on how to do your tag bases, where you would take a bigger tag and then a smaller tag and sandwich foam in between to give it dimension, like so. A bigger one, a smaller one, and foam dimension in between to give it some heftiness. That was video number 2. Video number 3 was on how to start decorating your tags. I showed you how I did this one, just to take a magic number, I said 6, and start layering on top and just putting things together. Let me show you the other tags that I've decorated so far. This was another one, and this one has little leaves that I cut out from the trim from Dollar Tree. And so I cut them apart and I put them right here in the corner. I used a rosette from my stash that I put this cut out on top. Then I used some sequins and I used them as little embellishments, and then eyelash trim. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 things in one tag. And I have this one done as well. And this one's not as elaborate, but it's 1, 2, the brown 3, 4. I put foam in between, 5, 2 bling, 6, 7, and 8. But it's much simpler. So far I have these 3 done. But today's video, I'm going to show you how to make these. And they're shaker tags. They're shaker tags. Now, I did this cutting the elements out of with my Cricut. Thelma, I don't have a Cricut. Remember I said that I'm going to show you how to do things 2 ways. Oops, sorry, I hit the camera. There we go. So with my Cricut, sorry guys, I'm learning. Okay. With my Cricut, I cut the base, this one in the back, and then this little one right here. This one had an acorn, and it's the same thing. The base, I'll be showing you how to make the little pockets, but in another video. And then the little trim on top, right? So for this, you're going to need some tool, a tag base. Either you have a die or a Cricut and you cut something like this which it has the edge, and then a die cut and your sequence. That's what you'll be using. But if you do not have the Cricut, you will need a tag base. So take a piece of paper, right, and do your little tag and put your hole. You have to do the hole first, and then you're going to take some tulle. Now, it's important that you look at the size. Oh my goodness, hold on. Let's see if I can show it there. I'm trying to. There, that one. The tool has, I'm going to zoom in. There you go. See how the tool has holes in it? Okay, you can use any tool, but keep in mind what you're going to put in the shaker. For example, on this one, see how the sequins are smaller than the holes? That's what you're looking for. Whatever you're going to use as the shaker bits inside needs to be smaller than the holes. If not, of course, you guessed it, they're going to fall out. And the reason I tell you this is because when I first learned how to do this, I did have tool, but the holes were big, and I was so excited to do this. And guess what? As soon as I was done with the project, what do we want to do, right, as crafters? Well, I was so excited to shake, and I did shake, and everything fell out. So be mindful of how big your holes are, because on this one, I wanted to put in the glass beads that I had, but they were falling out. Some of them fell out, some of them didn't. So I opted not to put them in my shaker. So anybody can do this. You don't need a Cricut. You just need a tag shape. Either you buy one at the store, you make it, but make your hole already. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take this tool, which by the way, I wonder if anybody can guess where you think I got this tool from. Ready? I'll give you 3 guesses. Go. No, not from there. No, not from Hobby Lobby either. No, not Walmart. I got it by cutting up my daughter's Sweet 16 petticoat from underneath her dress. Yeah, I am very resourceful. I use what I got, and I had it here and it was just taking up space. She's never going to use it again in her life, so I cut it apart and I use it for my crafting. So be inventful, guys. Sometimes you don't have to go to the store. Sometimes you have it here at your house. So what I did, let me check if my glue gun is ready. My glue gun is ready. What I did was I put a bead of glue, of hot glue, and then I put the tool on top. So let me show you. I am going to zoom in so hopefully you could see it from the top, because this is something I need to do on the mat. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna put my glass mat here because I don't want to ruin my mat. Okay, so I took some hot glue and I put it on the side. See that? Then you take your tool and you stretch it. Now you don't want it so tight that the shaker bits don't have room. See how I stretch it and kind of pull it towards the back? And then when it gets nice and cool, guys, you will have to do it. I do it with my finger because I know my my hot glue gun, but you would know. If not, take an eraser from a pencil or anything really and do this to it. And so now it's stuck on there. Now don't worry that you can see it here because we'll be covering it. So I'm gonna do it all the way around the tag like I did here. Here in the hole, what I did was I took some scissors. Where are my scissors? Oh my goodness, don't you think? Does it have, oh, it's right here. Give me 1 second. Don't you think that scissors, our crafty scissors, run away from you and hide? I always say, why are you hiding from me? Well, let me go back. Here in the corner, oh my goodness, in the hole, I went ahead and snipped it. And what I did here was I put hot glue on top of the tool, right? Because it's kind of hard to get it underneath. I put it on top, and with the same tip, I kind of squished it down. See how it's kind of flat? And don't worry, that's going to stay like that. Later on, we'll trim it, but I needed it to cool down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close it all the way up here to the ends, and I'm going to leave all this section open. So again, let me show you. You can do this technique with cards, shakers like this, tag shakers, regular shakers. I've done it on Memory Dex card, which that's my next tutorial coming up besides this series in my channel. It's easy to do. See how I left it open here? Oh, I'm so sorry. I left it open. Why are you going to leave it open though? Well, because I am going to put in my shaker bits. And let me see. Of course, guys, Delma did it again. She let it rip all over the place. I dropped them and now I have to pick them up. Oh, I'm forever dropping things, guys. Okay. Yeah, I sing. Okay. These are my shaker bits. Now, where did I find them? Dollar Tree. All of them. This, sometimes you get a little pack of sequins, and these just happen to be in fall colors, the sequins. And then these little leaves are from the trim that I showed you on my haul from Dollar Tree. Let me show you again. Let's see if I don't drop them, guys. Oh, no, not this one. Sorry. This one right here. Oh, wow. I just dropped something over there. Okay. This is a trim. It comes like in a ribbon, and it looks like this. They're currently at the Dollar Tree. It was $1, and it came in like a trim, right? So all I did was I trimmed them individually, and that's what I put on my tags. See, same trim, different looks. I put those on my tags. You see these in the corners? And now I'm putting them in my shaker. That one's gonna have them. The other one didn't have them, and I'll show you. So all that came from the Dollar Tree. Spent $3. But because I got the orange trim, the leaf, the maroon one, and the brown one right there. So 1, 2, 3, and then the sequins, 4. But like I said, I'm going to be able to use these in many different ways. So to me, $4 was well spent, because I'm working on 2 projects right now, and then plus I still need to do pen pal mail and happy mail and my goodies, so this would be perfect. So you leave it open so that you can put all that in there. How do you determine how much to put in there? Personal preference. What I do is I kind of like fold this over and see if I like the shape, and I like it. That's perfect. Once you have them in there, you move the sequence down away from where you're gluing, and you're going to close it up. Whoa. Okay. I hope on my frame, yes I am. Okay. So I'm going to close it. And don't have to be perfect, and I'll show you why in a little bit. So just put glue all the way down. And like I said, I use a glass cutting mat because I don't want to ruin my craft mat. And so what you do is you pull it, and it kind of like the glue goes in the holes. See that? And then I just tap it down. You don't have to if you don't want to. I do. And what you, oh, see, I waited too long. What you want to do is you want to shake, kind of pull it up to make sure that it is closed. If it's not, go back, add more glue, and kind of stretch it so that the glue gets the all this. Check all your sides. Yeah, everything's fine. Okay, I'm gonna let that cool off. I'm gonna zoom out, and all I have to do now is go back and trim at the edge, the axis tool. Oh, that was still warm. That's okay. Guys, there's always a solution in the crafty world. Worst case scenario, you gotta start all over again. It's alright, my friend. Everything's gonna be alright. Anyway, I like to sing. Do you when you craft? Okay, so now we got a shaker. Well, okay, I can't shake it yet. There's a shaker. So how do you make it nice and pretty like this? By using trim. Any trim will do. And all you're going to do is you're going to go back. You're going to determine your starting spot. I'm going to start right here. I'll put hot glue all the way in their edge. You're going to take your trim, whatever trim. I picked this one up at Joann's. Whatever trim you have. Of course, if you're doing fall, it would be great if it was fall colored or one of the fall colors. If you have gold, it would be great. So hot glue all the way around the edge. Go around. Ow! I put my finger in it. Oh my goodness. See, I told you. The glue is hot. Okay, perfect. Keep going all the way around. Okay. Like I said, be careful. The glue gun is hot, like I just demonstrated for you. I meant to do that. Yeah, right. Says every crafter ever, all the time, right? And I have news for you. Anything that can go wrong in a tutorial, guess what, guys? It will. But I like to leave them in there because what do you do as a crafter when you're learning, right? And of course, some of us look to YouTube to learn how to do things. And if you don't know how to do a certain thing, right, and you're looking at a tutorial and everything goes great in the tutorial, and then you're at home or in your craft room or wherever you craft, and you come across a problem and you don't know how to fix it, right? Because you don't know. That's why you're watching the tutorial. So it's important to know what to do when things don't work out. So you cut it out. And here's your shaker bit. How do you make it better? How do you do it? You put a little fall embellishment here. Oh, this one's a sticker. You know what? I'm gonna use, no, I don't like that. This one. So how do you do